Dear learners, welcome to this module which helps you to understand the secondary screening in continuation with the previous lecture based upon preliminary screening. The secondary screening is quite different from the preliminary screening method. The secondary screening is performed in a liquid media and is quantitative estimation of the potential of selected microorganism to produce the desired product. Screening only helps to isolate those organisms which have potential to produce the desired product. But whether industrially that organism will be usable is not decided by preliminary screening methods. The secondary screening gives a complete information regarding the microorganism and its usefulness at industrial level. Following criteria must be examined for any isolate to be selected for industrial usage. Number of microorganisms isolated after preliminary screening are very large. It is very important to select few organisms which can be used for industrial purpose. The remaining organisms with very low potential should be discarded at the basic level. Secondary screening provides information about the types and nature of products which is produced by the microorganism. This step is used by employing techniques like thin layer chromatography, paper chromatography, etc. The novel compounds are identified and their applications can be known. It gives idea about the economic value of the fermentation product and the amount required for the fermentation process for its production, that is the cost of production. It helps to give the information about the quantitative potential in form of yield of the isolate. Therefore, highly potent cultures can be selected for industrial usage. It gives information about the optimum cultural conditions for growth as well as for product formation by the selected organism. It also provides information regarding the type of media to be used for optimum production of the product. It gives information about the effect of different components of the medium on the product formation. It helps to know whether the microbial cell selected for the production is genetically stable or not. Upon subculturing, if the genetic instability is detected, the culture is not taken for further experiments. It also gives information regarding important byproducts formed by the selected organism during a single fermentation. It gives information about the nature of products formed, like its solubility, the solvents which can be used for its recovery and purification. The products can be analyzed for its chemical, physical and biological properties. It gives information whether the fermentation is homofermentative or heterofermentative. Determination of structure of the product. It can be done whether it is a simple molecule, a complex molecule or having a macromolecular structure. For some products which are for human consumption, toxicity can be checked. It also gives a very relevant information about the microorganisms after production of this product. If the organism has the ability to destroy its own product or not. The secondary screening provides information regarding the microorganism itself and helps in taking decisions which organisms are to be finally selected for further scaling up process. It gives an overall information regarding the decision of selection of the cultural medium, the conditions which are to be maintained during the fermentation of the product, the ability of the microorganism to produce any byproduct, the protocols which are required for the downstream processing and the recovery of the product, conditions required for maintaining the stability of the product during the secondary screening. The selected organism is inoculated in the basal media. I hope this module has helped you in developing a good understanding about the various processes which are involved during the secondary screening. Thank you.